Today, we are going to cover computing a correlation with Excel. A correlation is a measure of how much scores vary together. That is, if scores are positively correlated, as one varies from the mean in a positive direction, the other score varies from its mean in a positive direction also. That is, if one variable is above its mean, the other variable is more likely to be above its mean. How you compute a correlation in Excel? Start with equals, correl for correlation, open parentheses, and then give the value, the location of the cell with the first value for your first variable. And we'll see this in a minute. Then give the cell with the last value for your first variable after a colon, put in a comma, then the cell that has the first value for your second variable, another colon, and the cell with the last value for your second variable. Let's go into Excel and take a look at this. So here's my data set with our pre and post test data, right? And let's pick pre-test. So I'm going to do equals correl, open parentheses, and I could scroll all the way down here, but instead I'm just going to click here. This is cell D2, right? D2 colon. And the last cell is, I want to learn more about correlation. You notice this, though, this is kind of cool. When you enter, a lot of times when you enter a function in Excel, it will come up with a description, explanation, how you do it. So that's kind of cool. You can look at that yourself. I'm going to scroll all the way down here. I happen to know, but just for reference, the last cell here is 82. So I've got D2 to D82, comma, and I want to correlate with post-test. That's in column E, so that'd be E2 colon E82. So there is my function equals correl, open parentheses, D2 colon D82, comma, E2 colon E82, close parentheses, hit enter, and it gives me a correlation of 0.60. Cool. Now, remember I said previously that the correlation of X and Y is the same as the correlation of Y and X. So this is the correlation of pre-test and post-test. What if I did it the other way around? What if I did the correlation of post-test? So that would be E2 to E82 colon and pretest. T2 colon D82. And that's going to be 0.60 as well. You think I don't make this stuff up. So that's post-test and pretest. Now, remember I also said in the last video the linear transformation was going to have no impact on the correlation. So what would be a linear transformation? Well, for example, if you had something where it was the number correct and you multiplied it by a constant to get percent, what if I used percent correct instead of the actual number correct? Well, let's try that. So now I have F, which is the percent correct, and I have G, which is the percent correct in the post-test. Let's try that. Equals correl to F2 to F82, comma, G2 to G82, and hit enter, and that's also 0.60. So there you have it. The correlation of X and Y is the same as the correlation of Y and X. Do a linear transformation, you get the exact same correlation.